Why do we need to breathe in and out? We living things breathe through the process called respiration. Living things use oxygen to respire and return it to the air as carbon dioxide or CO2. We mostly use oxygen to survive as it serves as food for our cells.
Why don't we run out of oxygen? This is because oxygen is continuously regenerated by organisms capable of photosynthesis, like plants, algae, and a group of bacteria called cyanobacteria. During the process of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is taken up by algae and green plants and converts it into carbohydrates, with oxygen being its byproduct. Oxygen can also be produced when sunlight reacts to water vapor present in our atmosphere.
The oxygen cycle is one of the most important biogeochemical cycles present in nature and compromises production and composition or utilization of oxygen in the environment. It is essential to maintain the concentration and level of oxygen in the atmosphere. And oxygen travels through the lithosphere, biosphere, and atmosphere. The Earth's crust comprises land and water, which is the lithosphere. It is the outer part of the Earth's crust and is the largest oxygen reservoir. The biosphere is the living ecosystem present on the planet where an organism lives, while the atmosphere is the blanket of air present around the Earth, which is consisting of a mixture of gases like oxygen, nitrogen, and other gases. The oxygen cycle is the flow of oxygen molecules through these spheres. The flow of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon, and water cycles in nature is essential for the sustainable development of the living components of the ecosystem.
Oxygen is only second to nitrogen when it comes to abundance among elements in the atmosphere. It's free in the air and dissolved in water. In fact, oxygen makes up 30% of the Earth, an estimated about amount of 21% in the Earth's atmosphere, and makes up about 65% of the mass of the human's body. Amazing, right?
The oxygen cycle is one of the main reasons for the existence of life on Earth. Without oxygen, the biosphere could not exist. However, anaerobes can live without the presence of oxygen. Few anaerobes called the obligate anaerobes might even die due to the presence of oxygen. The critical functions of oxygen include breathing, combustion, rusting, and decomposition.
Unfortunately, human activities can affect the oxygen cycle in an overwhelmingly negative manner. Due to the burning of fossil fuels, overgrazing, overpopulation, and deforestation, the current consumption of oxygen is far greater than its production. In return, the level of carbon dioxide and other carbon compounds increase. This is called the carbon footprint.
To reduce our carbon footprint, let's start by reconsidering how much and how often we travel. According to the 27 study from a researchers at Lund University and the University of British Columbia, by not using your car for a year, you can save about 2.6 tons of carbon dioxide. How can we reduce our car usage? We can try riding a train, bus, carpool, or even biking. But if we really can't help but use our cars, we can drive and go easy on gas and brakes and cut down usage of air conditioning. We can help reduce emissions by driving efficiently.
On our plates, we can start by eating less meat. Experts agree that cutting down on meat, more specifically red meat, is better for our environment. Cows themselves produce a harmful greenhouse gas called methane. Next is to eat locally grown crops and organic food since our organic systems use less energy than the ordinary. Last on this list is to lower food waste, which is quite self explanatory. In our home, we can reduce our energy usage, insulating, and recycling. Even shopping sustainably can help. Doing the tiniest thing can make a huge difference, so let us do our part to make a better place to live in.